Good evening, everyone. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Welcome to IF Whale Inspirations for Your Life. Thank you so much for popping in here. And if you're new, you'll see a QR code on the top right corner. Use your phone, point to that QR code, scan it, and you'll be blasted off to my link tree. If you don't know how to get there and you're having any issues with the QR code, just go to this site, which is Believe, Believe, me, M-E, Achieve, IACHIEVE.com. That's believemeachieve.com. Just like my hat says, because before you can do anything in life and be a success, you have to first believe in yourself. All right, every week, you know how we do this. We start on Saturday with a new master topic, and we end on Friday. So we have one more day together with this topic that we're going to be talking about in a minute. But before I get into that topic, the master topic, welcome back, my friends, colleagues, and wonderful associates. Thank you so much for supporting me and coming back. Really appreciate you guys for being here and passing on this great knowledge and sharing it with me. Thank you so much. And hopefully some of the new people will become loyal, just like all of you guys. All right, our master topic, how and why to be responsible. Now, we're talking about responsibility, and there's a lot of points to responsibility. Today, we're going to be highlighting the concept of social responsibility. Huh? What are we talking about? All right, just listen. It's a responsibility that we have as citizens, as people, as creatures of the earth, to not harm people or the planet on the path to our goals. So you've heard me say before that you have the right to become a millionaire. You have a right to all your abundance as long as you don't harm or hurt another person. Well, that's kind of like this unsaid contract, which we have with the universe and other people. You know, we can do what we need to do, but we're not going to harm. We're not going to hurt them. We're not going to make them feel bad. We're going to do what we need to do. And if something doesn't work right, we're going to just step to the side. And then they're going to be like, oh, and that's it. So, social responsibility. If you're ever on the road and you get these people that, you know, they have this road rage, when that happens, just let it go. I know it's not easy, but you know, we don't wish anything bad on anybody, but sooner or later, those people are going to get taught a lesson. And it's important that we not hold any negative energy toward them. I'm not saying to become friends with them, but I'm just saying that, you know, you need to be respectful and socially responsible. So socially responsible also means some other things, like if you're at a party, then you're not going to overdrink, and you're definitely not going to drive after you've drank, right? Another thing in social responsibility is dating, right? Are you doing what is ethical, or are you just thinking without thinking, pretty much? You know, are you courting somebody or going to date someone or have fun with someone in a way that's respectable and fun, that is not going to make you feel like a jerk or them feel like a jerk, and a way that just respects ourselves, our bodies, our lives? I think that's important. So that's social responsibility. Social responsibility also means that if you're in the car and let's say somebody is there and, you know, you're driving and all of a sudden, let's just take it something simple. Let's say, you know, you run over a bicycle that's in the street that you didn't see. Or if you hit someone, you always want to be socially responsible and you want to act. Plus, it's also criminal to not do that. But, you know, so many people in our world feel that they're above all this. Now, I'm not saying one person's better than the other. I'm just saying that we have a duty to be socially responsible. So let's talk a little more about that. What does it mean to be socially responsible? What does that mean? Well, social responsibility, right? It could be at home, it could be outside, it could be the fact when you're going to a campground that you're not going to blast your radio, that you're not going to act in a manner that would be frowned upon or a manner that would be disrespectful to others, right? So we, as citizens, as people of this great earth, we need to be socially responsible, not because we have to, but because we want to. That's the reason we should do it. When we make a choice to become socially responsible, guess what happens? Rules just don't seem to exist because you don't ever come near them because your boundaries say, this is the way I want to act. There are laws and different procedures in society because some people would just go crazy. And so social responsibility can mean something as simple as, whether you live in a neighborhood, maybe when you come home, you're not going to blast the lights in somebody's driveway on the street. When you're turning in your driveway, you're not going to, shine the lights high beam if somebody's window's right there. It could mean something like you're not going to blast your radio. It also could mean that, if there's something outside that a neighbor has, you're not going to take it. You're not going to steal, right? You're going to be socially responsible. So that has to do with how you react to yourself and to others in public and in private. And so if you are a socially responsible person, you might have heard the term sane, insane. Well, think of sane as a person that is socially responsible. That's someone that really gets it. They enjoy each other's company. They enjoy being part of this microcosm of our world and all these dichotomies. But they also know that if somebody does something wrong, that's going to create an imbalance in our society. If an imbalance gets too strong, you know what happens? We have chaos, right? What happened with the pandemic, for example? Well, we all know that there was a challenge, right? But we also know, without mentioning names, that nobody really knew what the heck was going on. They were making up all these excuses each day and blaming it on the next person. Now, that's not being socially responsible. Maybe you belong to a HOA, a homeowners association, or maybe you belong to a community. And so in that community, ladies and gentlemen, it's important that you understand that it's about being responsible and respectful to other people. That's right. I said being responsible and respectful. So how do you do that? Well, so first thing, you've heard about the golden rule. How many of you ever heard about the golden rule before? Have you ever heard about the golden rule? So what, John, what is the golden rule? You really don't know what the golden rule is? All right, I'll tell you. So the golden rule comes from the Bible, comes from Matthew 7:12 and Luke 6:31. The golden rule refers to a rule of conduct given, and the answer, the golden rule, is the name given to be and to treat others in the manner in which you want to be treated. Okay. If we look up the golden rule in encyclopedia, the most familiar version of the golden rule says, do unto others, and I quote, as you would have them do unto you. It's a moral philosophy and has barely taken notice of the golden rule in its own terms, despite the rule's prominence in common sense ethics. I think common sense is not being handed out. I think most people are probably online for lunch and didn't get on the common sense line. They just decided to go right to lunch. So the article approaches the rule, therefore, through the day life of building in philosophy or clearing a path for such construction, we have to think about people, right? And we have to do things that would be considered acceptable. Now, this doesn't mean to judge other people, but what happens a lot of time, like let's say you lived in a small community, right? And so maybe you came home late at night and you thought it was fun because you came home at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning because you just wanted to ring everybody's doorbell. Now, that would be unethical. That would be rude. That would be disrespectful. And that would be socially irresponsible. Now, I'm not here to get into what people believe and what they should do and what they shouldn't do with how they do their lives. What I'm here to talk about is what you do as your business, so long as it doesn't harm, hurt, or interfere with another person, right? That's really the only thing I care about. Because if you don't respect yourself, you're not going to respect others. And if you don't respect others, I got news for you. People are not going to respect you. Now you might say, John, oh, I don't need respect. I've got so much money. Well, that's great. I'm glad you got so much money. But no one's going to want to be around you if you're not respectful. No one. How many people do you remember in the playground that if you were rude to them would want to hang around you? Usually you apologized and you got back on their good side, but you don't want to do that. And people don't want drama in their life. Another thing I want to talk about being socially responsible, without naming some names, I've known some people that decided to make false statements to the police because maybe the situation they were in, it wasn't threatening, it wasn't harmful, but they felt that they didn't want to say no, or they didn't want to just be polite. They had to get all huffy and puffy and make a false statement to the police. And the police suddenly think that person is actually acting in an unsocial, responsible manner. Therefore, it causes all kinds of issues with the court, and you're tied up for a long time. But the truth of the matter is, the one that's acting socially irresponsible is the one that put in false claims. Now, I've known a lot of people that are like, oh, we can just pay to have that done. We can just pay. I get it. You don't pay to get somebody out of your way. You speak to them as a human being. You're courteous to them. And so being courteous is a social responsibility. There are a lot of people that are not socially responsible. There are a lot of people that are not courteous. Oh, I make $10 million, so I don't have to be nice to people. That's wrong. And you're also going to find out that these people are not friends with anybody, and they're not friends with themselves. And they always have so much drama going on in their life. Why? Because they have to be the center of attention. And if they're not, then they're going to find a way to become it. And not for a good reason. They're going to do it because they just want to get in that limelight and they just want to be known. Even if it's for all the wrong reasons. All right, let's say that you are a server in a restaurant. You as a server have a social responsibility to deliver the food, also a health responsibility, in a safe and effective manner. That means that if the customer says something to you that you don't like, you don't spit in their food. You don't throw their food on the floor. If their food falls on the floor, you don't dust it off and pick it up because it was only on the floor for less than 3 seconds. No, you don't do that. And this is what we mean by character references. That's why a lot of times when you're going for a job, they want to know about you, about your character, about your morale. Because if they know how you are as a person, then they're going to be able to discern how you would handle certain kinds of mannerisms. Did you know that even people that do driving for like Grubhub, I think there's DoorDash, and I think there's Uber Eats and a few others, Takeaway and ASAP Now, these companies run background checks on their drivers. Why? Not because they want to know the credit or anything like that. They want to make sure that they're a socially moral person. They're not someone that's going to get into problems. Okay? They're not someone that has a bad record. They're not someone that is going to misuse the address or the information, such as go back to the home and try to steal or do something that would be bad. So you might say, John, this is all common sense. You are right. But a lot of people I've seen in the last generation seem to have skipped the common sense line. I guess that department was closed for an entire month, so they decided to just go to lunch for that month. But I'm being funny here. But the truth of the matter is, If you are socially responsible, other people are going to be socially responsible to you, even more so. So when somebody knows what your demeanor is or how you act or how you respond, they may want to hang out with you more. They may consider you an acquaintance, and they may be a friend, right? But a lot of people feel that it's cool to do something, or oh, let's go do that because you know we're never going to get caught. You probably remember being in school and maybe some of your friends doing the they would dial a pizza place, and maybe they would conference in another call, and then they would just listen and they wouldn't say anything. See, that's wrong, because you're wasting time. Another thing that's socially irresponsible is if you're looking to buy something. Okay, great. But now if you're just going somewhere and you're going there to waste the person's time, you're being socially irresponsible. So it's more than just safety. It's more than just being polite. It's understanding that I'm a person, you're a person, and we have to be able to live our lives on separate paths, staying independent, but yet respecting each other's paths and boundaries. Now, that sounds really deep, but it's the truth. Most people get into drama in their life because they don't stay in their own lane, right? If you get on a highway and you suddenly just jerk to the right lane without a blinker, what happens? Well, you're going to hit the car, or they're going to curse you out, and they're going to try to swerve, or whatever, and hopefully nobody gets injured. But if you don't do this, things can happen, right? Like I explained in the car situation. Same thing in your life. If you don't stay in your lane, okay, then something's going to happen. We call it minding our own business. And sometimes people just find it fun to learn about others, and then they want to gossip. So if you have acquaintances or friends like that, don't support it, because what you're getting is a false sense of accomplishment and something that could get you in a lot of trouble. Knowing that you want to do the right thing every day, even though there's temptations to do the wrong thing, do the right thing because you care about others. Do the right thing in life because you want to live a life of bliss. Do the right thing because you don't want to be part of drama. Do the right thing because you would want others to do that to you. Let's talk about something else that's socially irresponsible. The other day I was talking about this kid. Remember I told you about a legal responsibility? I was talking about the driver's license and how he basically backed into my car when I was parked, and my car wasn't even started yet. I was just fastening my seatbelt. He acted in a socially irresponsible way by not taking care of my car that needed to be repaired, because he figured he could get away with it. So let me ask you a question, ladies and gentlemen. If you can get away with something, would you do it, even if it's socially responsible? Your friends say, oh, you can do it. Yeah, no one's ever going to catch you. I have a problem with that. Your conscience, right? And also, in addition to your conscience, you're going to build this pattern. Now, tomorrow we're going to talk about being responsible for your health. We'll talk about that tomorrow. And then we're going to summarize more about what, how, and why responsibility is important to your life and everyone else. And what you're going to find is that the people that excel in life, okay, are socially responsible. They do the right things. And therefore, other people will give them more responsibility because they can be trusted. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. You know who I am by now. I hope, ladies and gentlemen, that you will make the choice to go ahead and, of course, comment below. I would love you to like, love, and support the video. Tag your friends, colleagues, and associates. Share this out with everyone you know on social media. And then go to my YouTube channel, John Space E Space MORLEY Space Serial Entrepreneur, and look for that key phrase, help keep our content free. And make the choice, ladies and gentlemen, to buy my team and I a savory piece of watermelon, a refreshing vanilla cone, or a nice icy cold drink. Either way, we'll be very grateful with those pennies and dollars. We'll invest into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, new software, and even new facilities and staff to give you the most jaw-dropping, motivational content. I hope you enjoy this, and I hope you're starting to appreciate what responsibility means in your life. You know that I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. I hope that you found this interesting and educational. And if you didn't catch all the nuggets, feel free to rewatch this or any other one of my IFYL shows, because I pack a lot of information in these 15, 30, or 40 minutes. So enjoy yourself. And remember, being socially responsible is not something you should have to do. It's something you want to do. And that will make it something that you will do every day of your life. Have yourself a great rest of your night, everyone. Take care. And you know that I will see you guys, real soon, which is going to be tomorrow. Take care, everyone.